So the peppers, I bought the seeds and I grind it myself. I might use a tiny little bit of tahini, but let me think about it. Sesame oil. I like to buy it in the can containers because I paid $30. Seaweed. Like I said, you know, if I tried, you know, Tom and I, we actually tried to see if we can actually get our hands on certified organic. If not, then we go for the second choice. This is the pickle that I've actually pickled myself. It's beautiful, but Tom does not really likes it, but that's okay. He will see me eat. And on here, I have the beautiful, the cat is at the door, knocking on the door. Let me in, let me in. She doesn't want to miss out on good thing, on something that is fun. This is Perilla. They're so beautiful. They're you know, the purple at the back, and the fun is so what we're going to do, we're going to use this. Some of them I will branch them very quickly. Some of them this is actually, we pick them from our garden. As you can see, we share our vegetable with the insects.
Yeah, please don't panic. It's organic.
That's nasturium, isn't it? Nasturium, yeah. And that one, look at the colors, the changes of colors. You know, like the purple and then the blue, but yet they're all from the same branch. So beautiful.
This is borage.
Yeah, that's right. That's borage. Yeah. Garlic chive flowers that is actually blooming at the moment. So this is the silkworm loves them. At the moment they're fruiting. This one here, what would that be? It's a herbs and it's very bitter. Go to color.
What?
Go to color. All right, let's play. Cooking have to be playful, have to be fun. It's not a chore. Well,
Okay.
yeah. So with this one here, I just reduced them. I just mixed it in. And with that, I'm going to add some pepper. I'm going to flavor it with pepper. I'm also going to add some turmeric. So the constant is actually, consistency is about this one here, like this. So we just pour over it. And once it's actually done, I turn the heat off. And I'm going to concentrate on branching the herb now. Oh, also I got this shallot from the garden as well. So I'm going to use, I can use egg if I want to, or tofu, but today I'm going to stay away from all those things. I'm just going to use the mint, not the mint, sorry, the shallot. The Chinese would say the same thing with speaking as well. You know, like the word that we say. Whatever we have say, if we actually say one word less, that would be really good too, wouldn't it?
That's something I found in Japan, because we have these the meals where you have a number of different small dishes with small things in there, pickles, little bits of tofu and creams, and it actually was quite satisfying because you get to appreciate the beauty of it, and you have to take your time. You can't just eat it too fast. And what with some rice and some soup, then it was all good. Plenty to eat.
So what I wanted to do with this one here, I just quickly branch them because I want them to be soft. I don't want to be hard because I'm going to wrap them in a minute with the rice, in the rice. Same thing with this guy here. So I'm just going to branch them very quickly. Yes, they're actually our garden. Just about 5 minutes before we start, I was in the garden. But then I had to be mindful because when I'm in the garden, I just forgot about everything. Time just does not exist. We are very lucky, isn't it? We are very fortunate that we have got the flowers, not just beauty for our eyes, It's also edible and good for us as well. So with the water that I have branched these vegetables, we do not throw them away. We will actually we'll make them into soup. We have been eating lots of soup, isn't it, Thomas?
We have, and
Yep.
Ling has discovered this way of just using one pot. So we're having a miso soup. So like this little pot here is going to be the miso soup pot as well as the blanching pot.
So I have got some rice in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flavor them with some sesame oil. Put, let's say, that much of olive oil, sesame oil. I would say about half tablespoons of, because the tahini going to have some oil in there as well. So one thing that I'm actually very good at is not using the measuring spoons. I would say about one dessert spoon of tahini is in there. And basically, I'm just going to mix this one through. And what I'm going to do also, I'm going to throw a little bit of some herbs in here, some bitter herb. I'm going to have the sunflower seeds in here as well. So this is actually the wrapping. Now, in a minute, I'm going to try to see if I can, with my hands, if I can squeeze them together or not. If I cannot squeeze them together, then I will use the some more oil in it. So what I do here, you can actually see. So with the green leaf vegetables, it's nice and soft. It's about one mouthful, right? So about one mouthful. You can eat whatever, however you want to do it. You can do it, this way. And you can turn it this way. You can see the vein, and you can put it on the back of the turn the opening down, upside down on the plate. You can put the flowers on it. You can have one mouthful. And I'm going to try with the Perilla leaf. Same thing. If I want to play, I'll just use my hands. You can actually play with the kids. You can get the kid to put them in their hands. One mouthful, and you just put them in there. And same thing, if you don't want to wrap them, if you don't want to totally wrap them, you want to show off the rice, you just leave them here like this, and add a tiny little green. But if you don't want the green, these days what I also do is, well, I often actually do it with, hang on, let me grab this one, this one here. So I have got all this thing to play with. I put that one there. That's another flower. Now that is another Perilla. So I'm going to use avocado leaf. Same thing. I can spoon it in, or I can just play with it. Squeeze it. This time I'm going to squeeze it in such a long way like this, but also be mindful that it's bite size. Same thing. I can roll them in, and I can leave that there, or I can go it all the way. It's totally up to us how we're going to do it. With that one there, let's play with a different. Where is my Tom? Love this one. It's peppery, and it's very bright as well. So we just turn that in there and fold that one in a little bit further. Sit. And I have got another type of leaf. There is the lettuce. So you can actually see, you just have the leaves, and when you branch them quickly, they are pliable. they're quite easy to actually to handle. If you don't branch them, then they're a little bit hard to actually to handle. Same thing with this one. I might actually turn them this way and turn them this way at the triangle, and I sit them on top, and I leave that here.
I'm wondering what we are calling these tasty delights.
Oh, and we need names. In Laos, we have got something called miang kam. Kam is actually is gold. Miang is actually it's like puzzles. Yeah. So a golden puzzle, but this one is not really gold, it's green. So
I
I don't
have to make up a name because I don't think I've ever seen this before. Wrapping up rice in greens.
Yeah.
Well, there's dolmadis, the Greek ones.
Green and gold. So we call them green and gold. You can shape it into square or in different shape, and you then place it in there. Let me try one more, please. I love seaweed. Not necessarily Tom, but that's okay. With seaweed, the same thing.
Definitely not Tom.
So same thing, like we can actually roll it, or we can fatten it down, whatever we do. We will just...
Well, that's got a name. That's a sushi.
You can call it a sushi. So I'm going to just have a dash of it. See if I can dash it. A little bit on each one. We think that we are big now. We not allowed to play. Especially we told kids not to play with food, but why not? Why not start to actually to come back to life again and play with food? Now normally, I would actually put them. You can play. You can play. You can do whatever. Can actually serve them in a small individual plates, like in Japan. But here we just actually put everything in one. In Japan, people actually serve. They have a plate smaller than that, and they will just put one things like this, and they call it a dish. When we are happy, our tummy is contented. But I guess in Australia, because we are so busy and we are not happy, we are not on holiday, doesn't matter what size we eat, we still feel hungry, we still want it more. Being playful, being very playful. You can play some things like this. See, it looks different.
Yeah.
And that
Got
one.
a bit of character, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yes, very sweet.
And because we know that we don't have much to eat, and we eat them slowly, and we chew them at least 36 times, that way we feel full. We feel satisfied. We don't have to have this big plate. Even some things like this, like the bowl, we can actually put. I actually quite like the apple. This day I put lots of things. I serve my food in with fruit. When we have things like that with soup, it fills us up. This day we try to eat less. Haven't we, Thomas?
Definitely.
Yeah, we definitely try to actually eat less. Oh yes, miso. All right, so let me just, instead of having fruit before or after, why not we having fruit together with our meal? It's very tasty. This day I have my fruit together with my meal. It's quite contented. Like I said earlier, in Vietnam, where my mother and my dad, when they met, and where my mother was growing up, they don't throw away anything at all. Anything that they branch, the waters like that, they would either drink it as water or tea. But today what we're going to do, I'm going to add some pepper. And I have a little bit of onions here, red onion. So I'm going to cut a tiny little bit on the top. I think you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm lucky that you know, my parents speak different languages. Yeah, and I was born in Laos. I put that much miso in there, and that's it. You know, if I think my body and Thomas' body needs some eggs, then I will crack just one egg in here, and that way we have got our protein from the miso, and we also got our protein from the egg. How fantastic is that? And sometimes if I think that, you know, I need more than that, I need the soup to be thicker, then I will add other things to it. But normally that is the miso soup.
Lovely stuff.
There's no salt, just whatever it is from the miso paste.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. I was never much of a soup boy, but these days the miso soup really hits the spot.